What is up, sports fans? I'm Rene Garza Jr.,
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
and welcome to another episode of Tailgate 956, a sports show that covers sports across the Valley and the Lone Star State. Now, today we have a fun-filled episode. A lot of shocks, a lot of ahs, oohs, and what's going on.
A lot of things are starting to heat
Yeah,
up.
yeah, definitely. In the hunts, off-season trades,
A lot of exciting things.
yeah, ups and downs in the NBA. Extremely great stuff. But before we get started on that, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. Apogee Comics, the best in independent comic books. If you're looking for a great read, make your next comic book Apogee. Visit Apogee Comics all throughout social media and on their website at www.apogeecomics.com.
And Rick's Auto Shop for all your auto repair needs.
Located on Indiana Street in Brownsville. Now, my brother. Oh. December 13th, Friday the 13th, have some people in Astro land, in the Astros world, are living that in dread, or literal sense of, Friday the 13th of dread. Kyle Tucker of the Houston Astros with 100 days, 5 hours, 26 minutes, 51 seconds, 50. This is an old bit, but I'll continue doing it. Kyle Tucker was traded to the Chicago Cubs.
Good or bad?
Shockingly enough, it's, in my view, it's good. Many others might disagree with that, but here's what happened. They traded him because he was in the last year of his contract, which he was getting around $200 million already. So with the Juan Soto deal, and I blame this deal. I blame this deal because he's getting $765 million for, I guess, a 16-year contract, which is
too much cheddar.
Too much cheddar, yes, too much cheddar on that taco. But in this sense, for Kyle Tucker, he's not going to want just a regular $300 million. He's not going to want that. He's probably going to want double that or triple that even. Saying, if he can get that money, well, how come I can't get that as well?
Now, do you think his injury had a lot to do with it this year?
And I'm gonna go to that because honestly, with that trade, in my view, I feel that it benefits the Houston Astros in the sense because let's look at Kyle Tucker these past couple of seasons. He's great. I'm not saying he's not. But his stats from 2023 have dropped for 2024. Yes, he was injured because of a shin injury, but the Houston Astros, they were doing great this whole season. Like, they did great, and while he was injured.
Yeah.
So in a sense, it's kind of like they were just, paying him for
being a part of the team.
Yeah.
For being injured, unfortunately. But we don't want to say that.
Although, it wasn't his fault. He took a foul ball to the shin, or an arrow to the shin.
No. Injuries are prone to happen. Yeah, injuries happen to the best of them. But you are correct in that sense, and I kind of see that okay, Tucker wasn't involved in the season until the playoffs. Actually, the playoffs.
But even at that though, in the playoffs, it's already been twice already, the 2 seasons that he doesn't show up, and especially in this wild card against the Tigers
when we need him.
Even at that, during this game against the Tigers, nothing, absolutely nothing. And like throughout the 7-8 games that he played, it dipped because like 2023 he had 574 at bat, and this season, of course he was injured, but what he produced was 277 times at bat. It took a significant dip, injury and all, but when he came back, it was still not as great. But I was talking with another baseball analyst. Shout out to Clemente Garabay Jr. He's starting off another sports show himself over there in the Windy City to cover everything from Bears, Cubs, Sox, Blackhawks, Bulls.
Boo.
So for the record, hey, if anyone in Texas that's a Chicago fan, a sports show's coming soon. We'll keep you informed.
Keep you informed of that if you're interested on the Bears.
We were discussing. Yeah, we were discussing this trade. Because I was kind of like, well, I don't know. But they got Isaac Paredes, and he's played with the Cubs. Of course, his batting average is .232. He's had 357 hits throughout the 5 seasons that he's been in the league. 72 home runs, 234 RBIs. 197 runs scored. That's pretty good. And besides the 40 home runs that he had this past last season. with the Cubs.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna ask you. How about more focused? How was his last
Oh
season?
no, he was good.
He was doing. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
pretty
yeah,
hot.
yeah. He was knocking him into orbit. He was knocking him into orbit.
Okay.
Yeah, and Hayden Winsky, this player, this past 3 seasons as he started, he had 9 wins, 13 losses, of course. The ERA of 3.93, 183 strikeouts. So like, yeah, he has a problem with some fast seams from what I've read, but he's pretty good at what he does. And we have, or another what concerns me when it comes to Alex Bregman is a third baseman known as Cam Smith. So here's where the situation makes me kind of worried a little bit that they might not sign Alex Bregman again because of this.
Yes, they got a third baseman,
Yeah.
but I mean, hey, what if they would put him or Alex Bregman
Mm.
in first base?
See that's what I'm hoping for. Like maybe they just might move Cam Smith up, to first base
Yeah,
and keep
and
Alex Bregman.
that would take the first baseman trouble off our hands too. I
Honestly,
mean,
yeah, honestly, yeah, true. Because honestly, I felt they should have gotten Josh Bell for first
yeah,
base, but hey, you can't cry over spilled milk.
you can't do anything about that. But I mean, I would really like to see Alex Bregman to see how he would do in first base.
Yeah, yeah, or Cam
Or
Smith, or Cam
Cam
Smith,
Smith,
or
yeah.
Cam
I mean,
Smith. Yeah,
see
yeah,
how he does,
yeah,
and I mean, see how he does in the mix of the whole team,
yeah,
and that
definitely.
seems like to have kind of put a stop in one leak. But what about the pitching? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
I guess they're going little by little on the
yeah.
problem solving. Trying to solve one leak after the other.
And I think with Hayden Winsky, like I hope I Wineski, right?
Weneski.
Wineski. Sorry, I'm butchering his name, Wineski. But I'm thinking he might be. Hopefully, he might be the answer that or a solution or the great tape or whatever whatever you want to use to the Framer situation because he's not going anywhere, unfortunately. But yeah,
Let's just hope it's not worse.
but they're listening. But they're listening. That gives me a little bit of comfort because honestly, the way Framer performed, like when it comes to the Astros and Framer, you know me, I'm not a bit. I'm not a fan
You're
of his.
completely like, yeah,
No, yeah, yeah.
he needs to
Especially
leave.
the way that wild card went, which shouldn't have gone that way. And you have to agree on that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not gonna lie.
yeah.
Yes, I
So
understand that.
they're listening, but apparently nobody's talking. So they're probably.
Well, look,
I'm thinking because he's already going to be in the last year of his contract, and afterwards, I don't think they're going to resign him.
the Tucker situation was pretty low communication.
Yeah,
Like they just put out there, hey, we're listening. They made a quick little
comments here and there. Like, yeah, yeah.
And look, here they are trading him already.
And honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. But then when I found out about his contract, I'm all like, okay, I should have expected that.
Oh, maybe that's expected.
Yeah, because like I think was it Isaac, he has 3 more years of his run. That's great. And the same thing goes for Wineski, and I'm saying Wineski because I'm trying to say it right now. And Cam Smith as well too. So I think, and maybe my Clemente might also agree with with me as well, or probably disagree with me as well. Shout out.
Comment.
Yeah. Comment. Yes, perfect. Comment. Yes.
Comment. See if you do agree, though.
Yeah. We can't wait to have you on the show to debate. But I feel that the Cubs Kikuchi'd. They Kikuchi'd. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a heartbreak.
That it's weird that I'm saying it in that aspect, but what I mean by Kikuchi is like they only rented Kyle Tucker because he's on the last year of his contract, unless they they cough up the cheddar and the way he performs with the Cubs. But I guarantee you the Cubs it improved. It improved with Kyle Tucker because Kyle Tucker's good.
No, yeah,
he's good. King Tuck.
They know
it's the reason they call him King Tuck for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna tell you. That's what I was gonna say. I mean, what happened to King Tucker? Did he get down? Did he get brought down from royalty? Yeah. But no, I mean, they know what they got. They did three player trade. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. It's kind of like, okay, who got the better deal? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm just like I said, I was looking at his stats here, how they dipped. Third base, of course, he always hit it at home. Home runs. He had 23 home runs this past season. and that was before his injury. Because I think he didn't have a home run. Oh no, he only had one when he's come back. If my memory serves me correct. But RBS has 49. Like it took a significant dip. But I'm not saying Kyle Tucker was like oh wahaha. We lucked out in trading somebody that wasn't. No.
You never
He's
know.
good.
Yeah.
It was an injury. Maybe he wasn't 100% yet when he came back.
Yeah.
But hey,
every season's a different season.
It's already been a couple of hiccups already that pretty much are like, you know what, it's better if we trade him.
Yeah.
Or maybe they came at him with an offer and he's like, nah. And okay then, bye.
All right.
But maybe with this, they might save money and they might sign Alex Bregman because from what I last read that I've been reading, they've offered him 156 million for 6 years. That will keep him on the team already because he's already, I believe, almost on the other side of 30.
So you definitely retire with
the Stros. The way Altuve is going,
yeah.
And I hope he does stay because I know the Yankees and the Red Sox, and from what I also hear, the Mets, they're itching.
To get him.
Yeah, they're itching. Yeah, they're.
Well, I mean, there's a reason why he's still here with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a reason he's still with us. I hope they really do hope that they are making adjustments like what we talked about, either Alex or put him in first base so we can take care of the first base problem and keep Alex in third, or vice versa.
Yeah, and that's the thing that when it comes to trading Kyle Tucker, a lot of people think, oh, well, that's because they said Dana Brown said, and he's been quoted that, oh, he's gonna stay a Houston Astro. He's been saying that. That's why you should always watch what you say.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Cameras are always recording. People forget, but cameras don't. Unless you press erase, but that's a whole other thing. But honestly, I hope, and I'm still hoping, and I know a lot of Houston Astros fans. They're already missing Kyle Tucker, and the season ain't even started. But Chicago has gotten a great outfielder, outfielder of Kyle Tucker. King Tucker's moved his kingdom to Chicago, and let's hope
Let's see what they do next season.
And they were already doing great, although towards the end of the season they took a dip. But
maybe it can be that extra pair of hands that keeps them up.
Might be the missing ingredient that they might need.
Never know.
Yeah, but I do hope, honestly, that they re-sign Alex Bregman. I'm still holding out hope. And
I really do hope they do sign him back because I mean that would be one less thing that they have to worry about because. Okay, they already got a third baseman, but they're still gonna have to worry about a first baseman versus keeping Alex. That'll probably could solve more issues for you.
Yeah, and I like maybe with that third baseman, that might be the missing ingredient that they might need. Maybe this offseason, this training, they might shape him to be what we needed him to be. So that might be what the answer that Houston's looking for, but. With all, as they say, 100 days, and you get the bit. How many hours left?
Too many.
100 days, 5 hours, 14 minutes, 42 seconds. There's still plenty of time.
There is
for off-season trades and off-season re-signings to happen, and we can wait to see what they have in store.
Definitely.
But on to the half court.
B-ball,
baby. Come on and jam, and welcome to the slam. I'm just on it today. The San Antonio Spurs.
They're not doing that.
Okay. I find it funny how every time we go to the basketball segment, the first one we always go to are the Spurs. We always start dogging on the Spurs. Because, they deserve it.
Look, they're in fourth place on our division.
Oh,
they're in our division. They're fourth place.
Unfortunately, they lost yesterday against the Timberwolves. Although the Timberwolves...
Well, I mean, the Timberwolves are the Timberwolves.
Yeah, the Timberwolves are the Timberwolves, 106-92. And it was a rough game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're as strong of a team as they were last season, but nonetheless, I mean, they did really good last season. Yeah. And they're kind of picking up kind of where they left off. They're kind of they're missing their groove a little bit, but nonetheless, they're a team that you need to watch out for.
Oh no, definitely.
Yeah. So I mean, for Houston, I think that was a tough team for them.
Yeah, No, well, like it's when it comes to San Antonio, like throughout the whole quarter.
Sorry, Spurs. Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to San Antonio, like I guess the only time they dominated throughout the four quarters was in the third quarter. But most of this game, Minnesota controlled them. In the first quarter, it was 28-19. Second quarter was 24-18. Third quarter was 24-33.
Yeah.
But in the end, it wasn't enough because in the fourth quarter it was 30-22. Like it was rough because pretty much point guard they made it was 37 out of 91. Field goal range. Well, we had better field goal. Well, that's because of Wemby.
Yeah.
Well, 3 points, like 3 pointers made was 11-45 with the Spurs, and the Timberwolves had were 12-35. So either or, it was we were pretty much average when it came to that. But from free throw percentage, the Timberwolves, they beat us in that with 87.5, and that's where I go when it comes to fouls committed. The Spurs that's what it was killing us.
Yeah.
That's what it was killing us. It was a lot of turnovers, too many turnovers. When it came to the Timberwolves, they had 12, we had 18. Personal fouls, we had 18, they had 13. It was
too
the fouls
many.
committed. It was too many committed. It was too many committed.
That's too many. Yeah.
But the team leaders, though, I'm not like, and it's something that I was thinking about since the offseason when they signed Chris Paul. Wembanyama, rebounds, Wembanyama, assist, Paul.
Oh, wow. Wimby's usually on the I'm usually on the rebounds and the what's it called? And
From what I've seen, that he's still rookie wise, and he still needs, you could tell he still needs a little bit more oomph. But he's on his way to becoming a dominant player and the player that's needed for San Antonio. That's definitely.
Well, that's definitely he's on definitely the right track.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely on the right track. So I'm happy about that. And their next schedule is on the 19th, this Thursday, when they go up against the Atlanta Hawks. So let's see if how they go up against Trae Young.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when it comes to the Houston Rockets, though,
they're tied. They're tied actually with what's called Dallas, the Mavericks. They're both up. They're both tied. There's second and third place. Technically speaking, they have Dallas in third place and Houston in second place. Maybe because they got there first. But this Thursday might be one of the games that can put that game. Well, put a second place and a third place difference. Of course, they're gonna play. There are in their division a pretty easy team, the Houston, but nonetheless, hey, they could get that win. They need to get that win, and they can go ahead and get up and stay on second place.
Yeah.
Versus the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, the Pelicans, I don't think they're going to be much of a challenge for them.
No, they're they're in last place, aren't they?
Correct. Yeah, they're in last place in our division. Versus us, I mean, we're playing the Clippers. I mean, they're just the Clippers. The Clippers. But I mean,
get both sides.
I feel like it's like neck and neck with Houston and Dallas, and I kind of felt that last season too. I kind of felt that they were very, very close to the middle of the season. Yeah, it started a little bit more of a gap, but
I don't know why. I feel like the Rockets were on fire.
Yeah, at the beginning,
like in the beginning, then they kind of like slowed down a little bit toward the season. Yeah, that was because of injuries, though. Yeah, but like I felt last season that the Mavericks, no matter what, they were full force hot. They were hot last season, even though the finals happened and they cooled horribly down.
But
they cooled down horribly. Yeah.
I really don't blame, I blame everybody but Luka, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, me too.
I blame the Dallas Mavericks.
I agree with you,
excluding Luka.
Yeah.
Although the opposite happened, everybody blamed Luka for not performing. What did you want him to do? He performed the way he always does. He got the same amount of assists, the same amount of points.
Yeah.
So he did what he needed to do. The points were there. Everybody else just didn't do it. Didn't do the part. And that's the thing. Like in the playoffs last season, that's what I give props for Dallas doing. They adjusted to the playing and they overcame obstacles that other teams put in their place. You know what I mean? And that's what amazed me. And I think they cooled down too much because at the end, in the finals, they just didn't do that.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. Luka was out there, a one-man team, and I didn't see anybody else.
No, he was by himself. He's the only one that showed it. When it came, we even broke it down when it came to the stats of each game of all these 4 games, or except one of them because they won one of them.
Yeah.
But the all 5 games, it was always Luka that was dominating.
Yeah.
It was always him.
And it's like I said, it would go back to the same thing. He averaged the same amount of points in that game, with rebounds, assists. Usually he put with points, rebounds, and a couple of steals, assists. He's always really good at assists. I mean, honestly, all those stats were the same. It wasn't him.
No,
he did not perform.
Yeah,
it was everybody else. What that went invisible.
yeah. Everyone decided to take the off season.
Yeah, they were like, oh, let's go take an early break.
Yeah,
Because I mean, what else did you want him to do, man? You wanted him to perform better than his stats already, and that's that he has good stats on average. To be quite honest with you, I mean, no, I'm sorry. You wanted him to score 50 points? Yeah, you know.
But when it comes to right now, the way they're all doing, Luka Doncic, as always, points per game, rebounds per game, average per game, it's all him. He's all just dominating.
Yep,
dominating the whole way. And they beat the Warriors last one, 143 to 133. That was good. That was against the Thunder, who, by the way, they're cooking. Being in first place. Yeah.
I'm surprised at that too.
Yeah, I'm surprised and disappointed.
Surprised and disappointed.
Yeah, surprised and disappointed. I'm like, come on, guys.
Jesus.
You have the pieces. Come on.
Let's do it.
You, the Rockets, or the Spurs, come on.
I think that right now what I'm seeing from Dallas is that they're getting more traction with the chemistry overall. Lucas finally, I felt like, has some help, and
with Klay Thompson, it's a great mixture, as they say.
Yeah, and I think they're finally getting their groove of how each of them play and to play together.
And when it comes to Houston Rockets, that Jalen Green and Segun and Van Vliet, triple threat.
No, yeah, they've always been an overall great team. I don't feel like one of them stands out, unfortunately, like a superstar. No, but they all play together like great.
But they all stand out. Yes. They all stand out as a solid team.
Yeah, like overall, they all need to. In other words, they all need to step on the court to make the magic happen.
I honestly feel that the Houston Rockets are only going to go the distance.
Playoff bound. I mean, they're definitely showing it right now. I mean, come on,
they're showing it. Yeah, they're showing it.
They should have. This is where they should have been last season too. At this point too,
despite the injuries, I feel that's what did them.
Of course. I mean, injuries are not always easy. I mean, they make it difficult. And like I said, it's like it takes all of them to play the way they do. It's like they all play together. So you take away a piece and you keep on taking pieces. It's gonna affect that chemistry. It's gonna affect all that, and that's exactly what I feel like happened last season.
It did. It did, and it showed.
Correct. Yeah.
And where it showed as well too is into Valley Sports. When we go into our Valley Sports, the RGV Vipers will have an upcoming game. The 27th.
The 27th. Yeah.
When they go up against the Santa Cruz Warriors.
Yep. Friday and Saturday.
Oh.
Both days.
Yeah. On my birthday. Awesome.
Woo!
The 28th.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately though, they lost this last game against Osceola Magic. Yeah. By 6 points. It's all right. You know, it still sucks.
They won the other game.
Yeah, they beat them the next one. Yeah, but you know. Oh yeah, no, they did. I was looking at the wrong date. No, yeah, we won.
They won the one before, and then they lost the last one.
Yeah, I was looking at reversed.
The other way around.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, they did. But I mean, they're still doing good. I mean, of course, Vipers are always going to be playoff bound.
Playoff bound, of course.
So we expect that.
And when the Vipers are doing great, the Rockets are doing better too.
That is true. Yeah, I just hope they don't mess up the chemistry between both of them because of injuries.
I doubt that. Yeah. I think they probably learned from last season as well too.
I would hope so, because you know what? Unfortunately, that's the problem. I felt like, because they were getting injured, they got players over here, and then that messed up. I think both teams.
Yeah,
I think that really hurt them. I think that really hurt them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're there for, but I think it hurt them.
Yeah. And I think the last time the Vipers have faced the Santa Cruz Warriors, let me see. It was probably in November, I believe. Yes, I think it was in November. Yeah, yeah, no. See. Oh no, this is the first time they're gonna face him this season. Actually,
Wow.
yeah, from what I've seen here. Oh, then this is gonna be
This is
one.
very good.
Be a good game. It could be a good game.
That surprises me. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm. But as always, the Valley produces great basketball and great basketball players that play for the great Houston Rockets.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Vipers have always done really good. It's just last season. Wow, like
Mm-hmm.
what? I did not expect that. I really
Yeah,
didn't.
I didn't. But honestly, though, in their defense, it was a lot of injuries that set them back.
Well, I mean, yeah, the chemistry, everything. Again, we're talking about what happened with Houston and everything.
Yeah.
That really did affect them.
Mm-hmm.
That really did.
Yeah.
But I mean, nonetheless, hopefully, like I said, this season Houston's doing good. No injuries so far. Knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Yeah. Is this wood?
Knock on wood. Yeah.
Knock on something.
Knock on something, man.
No wood there.
Knock it, dude. But yeah, they're doing good. So hopefully they don't have to go ahead and take away from that league.
Yeah. But hopefully the Vipers continue winning. And on the 27th, we look forward to seeing some dubs.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on my birthday, the 28th.
I want 2 wins.
Oh, yeah. Go Vipers and go support the Valley's best.
Oh, yeah. Definitely do that.
But now on to the gridiron.
The foosball.
Foosball. So in this case, how about them caballeros?
Oh, well,
Or
I can't believe.
vaqueros.
I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's like I don't know whether to laugh, be excited, be sad. I mean, I don't know. It's been a whole roller coaster.
It's a lot of emotional confusion when it comes to this thing.
They're damaging. It's emotionally damaging. It really is. It really is. These guys are still in the.
I don't know, man, how what's happened or maybe it just goes to show you that this team, it got what it takes. It got what it takes, yeah, despite the injuries, despite, what happened. I have a theory, and we had discussed a little bit of this theory earlier.
Okay.
That what went wrong this season is what happened and didn't happen this offseason. People were on the last threads of their contract. People didn't know if they were coming back. People were still sore of what happened or the way the season ended. People that didn't get signed, people that were mad, a lot of what ifs that happened. Like they didn't know where their career was going, especially with Dallas. And I feel that played a lot of factors, and they weren't focused on getting ready for the season, and also the injuries.
Well, I blame the injuries and Dak. Dak at the beginning of the season, he did it, and then the injuries did not help overall. Yeah, there was a lot of questionable, but to be honest, I mean, CeeDee Lamb did come back. I mean, I guess maybe the timing affected it. To be honest, I really don't see how that would really change it. But I will say though, I will say talking about that and talking about next year, I don't see CeeDee Lamb playing for us. I even with the contract, I feel like he wants out. And I don't blame him. I mean, he's getting a little bit back to his kind of rhythm over the last couple of games. I mean, the Bengals lost. That loss really big.
That was a dumb loss.
Yes.
That loss, that shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have happened.
It shouldn't have happened.
And that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous. Michael Parsons, I do not blame him. I do not give him any crap for him leaving. I would be just as angry because you got it in the bag. You stopped him. You did what you needed to do, and boom. And I don't even know how he did not catch that ball. I mean, I really don't.
The block shouldn't have happened either way. Honestly, I feel like some people might say that. Oh no, they should have blocked. No, it shouldn't have happened. You could have burned the clock. You have a great kicker. Win it by a field goal. Just win the game. At this point, just win the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You already have enough wins that when it comes to getting NFL drafts, you probably still get some, but at the same time, like it's not you're gonna get the number one draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
There's a worse team out there.
Nope.
Like Panthers and
surprise that still astonishes me. Yeah. That's another thing that I'm just wow.
Yeah.
How are we not the worst team? How are we still in the playoffs?
Yeah, in the hunt. And I'm gonna go into that in just a moment. But like when it came to this game against the Bengals, the top performers were Burrow. The only one that was Dowell. Dowell against that with 131 rush yards.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to passing, you see, of course, Burrow with 369 and 3 touchdowns. Although him and Cooper Rush both have interceptions. The Bengals dominated this whole entire game. Shout out Nick Garber. But when it came right down to it, we still proved that we still had something going.
No, actually, we dominated the game most of the game.
No, but like that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
okay. Sorry, I just said Bengals dominated most of the game.
Oh no, like we dominated most of the game. Sorry, I meant the other way. Like Dallas.
I was surprised at that too because I myself, apart from all the injuries, apart from having Cooper there playing, coming off a really bad game too. On top of that, them being on top most of the game really astonished me. I really thought the Bengals were gonna be chasing tail, not the other way around.
Yeah.
And even towards the end, we had them pretty well, and I that really, man, honestly, I agree with you that punt. They should. I guess why block it? Why try to block it?
It's not like if you guys were tied.
Yeah.
If you were tied and you were trying to block it.
Yeah. Okay. But let's not take away the blame out of the person.
They were beating us already by this.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. Then block it. But if you're tied, okay.
To be quite honest, the block was made and the player that blocked it. Okay, you know what? I can't really blame him for blocking a ball too. It gives us better advantage.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, it wasn't him touching the ball that counted as a touch. It was the player that didn't catch it. So I want to put it honestly, all of it, because either way he did what he needed to do. He did what he should have done either way, and added an advantage to us. Except, hey, don't touch the. If you can't catch it, or you know what, I don't think I can. Let it go, like you said, the punt. If you would have let it go, they would have touched it. It would have still been our ball.
Yeah, and we could have gotten down enough yardage to get a field goal.
It's like you said, just let it go and let them touch it.
What's the worst case scenario?
Yeah,
go into overtime.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
We were more hot on that end. We were performing better, or so to say, than the Bengals in that game. So it would have been a better chance on our side. Of course, it usually the percentage of who's gonna win goes higher to the one that wins the coin toss.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah. There's that stat, but there's a chance. Look at this. Look at what happened. It's a mess. It was ridiculous. It was horrible. It was just a bad taste.
Yeah,
bad taste. Losing is one thing, but losing like that is just
it's frustrating.
Yeah,
it was a frustrating loss because that loss shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened.
Not only that, the problem is that although yes, I'm laughing, and then the Cowboys are in the hunt. The problem is the Redskins have 9 wins, and right now we have 6. So the problem is, if the Redskins win one more game, that puts us out. That puts us out. So they play Philly, then they play Atlanta.
Oh,
that Atlanta could, and then they play us again. So if we were to go completely, if they were to lose,
I think the Commanders are going to lose against Philly.
If they were to lose one more and we would keep on winning the last 3, then yeah. But if we lose again, we go back to back. Let's say they lose against Philly. Let's say we lose this weekend. That's gonna keep us again. We're in the same.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually no. I'm sorry. That would still keep them at a 9. No, we would have to keep on winning. Sorry, because they're at 9 wins. We have to keep on winning. We lose, we're also out of the playoffs. Sorry.
Yeah.
We lose, we're out of the playoffs. they have to lose. We have to keep on winning.
Yeah.
No matter what. So yeah, unfortunately, yeah. So yeah, if they win one more game, we're already out.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to destroy them.
Yeah, because we only have 3 more games left. I do believe Eagles. Well, the Eagles are salty, dude. The Eagles are salty. So
Since that last loss.
no. But well, yeah. But what I mean is they could afford to lose this game.
Mm-hmm.
They can afford to lose this game, and they could do it on purpose just so he can have the Cowboys out.
Out of spite.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if you see they start playing like horrible against the Redskins.
I honestly feel the Eagles are just too like cocky enough, too smug enough to let that happen.
Well, I feel like they're more of a petty kind of petty. They're petty, so I feel like hey, this is my opinion. Hey, we agree or not, but yeah, I feel like they're very petty. So I believe they would do that, especially their coach.
Yeah, but in all honesty, though, like I did not expect the Cowboys to be where they're at right now.
At least go make it this far.
Yeah. Like I honestly expected them to be like, oh, they're eliminated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are we still on when the Redskins were top team at the beginning of the season? I mean, I just wow. Honestly, wow.
Yeah, wow. It's been very well, especially with this win against the Panthers was a 30-14. They whooped them, but then again they're a 3-11 team. But,
yeah, I agree. It's not that much,
but in the defense of the Panthers, they had the Chiefs on the ropes.
I don't know how that was.
They had the Chiefs on the ropes.
I was surprised at that too. I was surprised at that too.
Yeah. So I'm honestly like, okay. This team had something going during yesterday's game. Oh, Micah was all over Bryce Young.
Well, I mean, I know Mahomes is injured.
Yeah, but the thing is, he like when he gets injured and he's not injured, it's weird.
No, well, I have known that he does play injured at times.
Yeah.
But I don't know how long if he is gonna be out for how long.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, maybe that had something to do with it or whatnot. But nonetheless, I mean, well, I was surprised at that nonetheless.
Yeah. But this game against Carolina, when it came to passing yards, Bryce Young had us by like 5. When it came to touchdowns, coop.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
Well, I mean, we don't. I know that Washington has, because they're going back to the Redskins apparently from confirmation from the NFL.
Really,
they're going back. So that's why it's funny. I was gonna correct myself when I said Redskins, but no, technically not, because they're gonna become the Redskins again.
Man, being a Washington fan is frustrating because you don't know what merch to buy.
Like, okay, now what are we gonna do now? At least they have a logo now.
They should have just stuck with the Washington football team
instead of just having a W.
The W.
Well, I don't even know where they get the W from. Ag.
Do they even have a mascot?
No, it's a W. It's just a W.
It's just a W, right? Just like a giant W.
It should have been an L.
Ooh.
Shots
fired.
But nonetheless, I mean, hey, I think we have a tougher team to play.
Yeah.
We have the Bucks.
Yeah. Ooh, Mayfield.
Oh. And I mean, he had a tough kind of getting on stride, like I think at the beginning of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But even right now, even though their record doesn't seem that pretty, it doesn't seem really that hot. I think with Mayfield, you cannot.
No, you can't. You can't count him out. Mayfield's good.
Yeah,
Mayfield's good.
I mean, I wanted him. Really? I don't know why I didn't go for him.
I agreed. Yeah, I agreed. And Carr, it would have been great too.
Carr or Mayfield. I would have preferred Mayfield first, then Carr.
Yeah, we got
but Carr was a little bit more accessible because he got traded out first, and Mayfield. Well, I mean, I don't know. He was kind of like. It just happened. Like, I don't know. He just went. It's like if they made a deal straight with Bucks. I don't think the Bucks got him. I think they just made a deal with the Bucks.
Yeah,
it just felt like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, Mayfield's a good quarterback, and
Mhm.
he's somebody that they should watch out. Michael Parsons has his hands full. I hope he can be able to penetrate and do what he did this weekend
Mhm.
again.
Yeah, honestly, hope for that too because oof, it's been.
Well, we're out of digs again.
Mhm.
We're out of digs. We don't
Oh,
have
that's another
digs.
thing. But what's up with those guys in their knees? Like
I
made
don't
out of
know.
porcelain or like what? Like what is it like? Yeah,
They're corners,
yeah, yeah.
man.
Yeah.
But I am very surprised because he doesn't really play physical.
Yeah.
He always plays, the catch up game. Diggs
Yeah.
always plays the catch up game. He
Mhm.
gives a lot of, room, and then he goes for it, and that's a hit or miss, and that's why he does. He has his stats kind of like, oh, okay, he gives a
And
lot
here's
of
the thing though,
yards.
it's not during the game that he gets injured, or did he get injured during the game?
I know. Well, apparently,
Was it during
yeah,
the
it
game?
was in
Or
the
like was it
game.
off the field? Or was it off the
Pero
field?
I think it got worse. It
Oh,
got worse.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because was it like like the other digs, like he was just standing there and he just moved his leg
Boom.
and he just like, you just see the camera him going like like
Jesus.
yeah like, and then he's out for the season. Like you were just standing, like how? Yeah.
You know what? It's funny that funny you mentioned that because I was reading an article that was talking about injuries in the hamstring on
Yeah.
your legs
Mhm.
and stuff like that, and apparently the NFL and a player, I can't remember who the player was, for I'm trying to remember, actually put some of his money to go ahead and figuring why this happens, because he himself as a player, I think it was his second year in a row that he had same injury in the same leg,
Mhm.
in the left leg, I believe it was, and it was the same injury.
Yeah.
So he wanted to go ahead and got together with the university, and they went ahead and found that one leg was more acceptable to hamstring injuries than the other, which meant that one of his legs was stronger than the other.
That's wow.
So he had a higher percentage to get injured more frequently on the left leg than the right leg. So what he tried to do is work out his left leg more to keep up, because his it's like the way that he explained it was that his left leg was trying to keep up with the right.
Right. Yeah. Try to pretty much build up the endurance of both legs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe that it was more with hamstring, but maybe it's the same injury. I mean,
Mm.
one's a receiver, one's a corner. They play fast positions. They need to play quick on the dot. Not
Yeah.
only that,
That. Yeah.
quick sharp turns.
Yeah.
Quick. On that really does affect your knees. You know what I mean? That really puts a toll on your knees. And then being tackled too on being
Oh yeah.
chop tackled. Just not helpful. I mean, maybe that's the same problem. Maybe it's the same correlation with it. But that's it. That was interesting
And that's
for
what reason
me.
I don't like the hip drop tackle for that exact
No,
same
well, that's
reason.
even
That's
worse
it. That's why I don't like that. That's
because
why I don't like that
that one
tackle.
you sit on the guy's leg, and
Yeah,
that's not
yeah,
right.
it's
I
not
mean, that's
right.
not
It's
good.
not rude. Yeah.
No, that's not.
And then I almost
Yeah.
happened to like mixing. I almost happened to mixing.
I know you. I got that text. I felt that you were angry. Yeah, you were like, this guy.
Yeah, this guy like why? Like I thought they're like no, but they don't ban him. Yeah,
No.
Still blame.
I was okay. Sometimes they don't do anything, but I was surprised that the NFL did not find him later
Yeah,
on.
yeah, they didn't find him nothing.
Yeah,
They just
I
been
was
like, hey,
surprised.
that's pretty much what they did. Hey,
Because didn't they make it
that's it.
illegal this season?
Yeah, it was supposed to be illegal. So where's the fines? Where's the penalties?
Well, okay,
Suspensions.
where's the ref?
Exactly.
The refs right there had a lot to do. They should have been the ones to eye that and say, "Hey, we're not gonna let this happen. Not gonna let that get away." You know what I mean?
A lot of players they got rocked this game against the Dolphins, Texans and Dolphins. But we'll get to that one in a bit because I'm looking at the Cowboys schedule. Their next game is against the Bucks this Sunday on the 20th. Yeah, this Sunday on the 22nd.
Sunday, yeah, at 7:20, man.
Yeah. Then it's the Eagles. The Eagles. That's gonna be.
You know what? I'm surprised. To be quite honest with you, even when we played them against like I said, it was. I felt like it was like within our grasp. But I honestly I find it more challenging to play the Buccaneers than the Eagles. But it is what it is. Either way, I mean we have to win, and That's it. I mean, that's it.
These
Pretty
next two
much.
games are win because on January 5th says to be discussed the TBD with against the Commanders. So
Yeah.
that might be like a tiebreaker type of game.
Yeah, maybe could be. Yeah, because they could go to that because if they keep on losing and we're left on the last game and we keep on, let's say we win the next two, they lose the next two, we're gonna be right on the dot. So we're
Wow.
gonna be eight. Yeah, we're gonna be 8-8. So
I don't know why I feel that when it comes right down to it, the Eagles are probably going to beat the Commanders.
yeah, definitely. I feel like
Yeah, and they're going to beat us.
because they completely beat the Commanders. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They completely beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean the Eagles more than likely have a better chance of winning. Of course, yeah. I mean our team is apart from they're worse than they were when they played what 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
They're worse than they are back then.
Oh,
So
but so like when they played against the Texans, like the line got hurt. Like a whole bunch of Dallas players got
no,
hurt.
we were
They're
yeah.
just falling apart. They just
Well,
fell
I think
apart
we
during the
played the
game.
Eagles after you guys.
Really?
Yeah, I do. If I remember correctly, we played you guys, the Houston,
No,
first, and then
you played the Commanders.
oh no, we're talking about Philly.
No, you played
Oh no,
no you
Philly
no
before you
no you
guys.
yeah you played Philly before us. You
Yeah,
went into a bye with an L. And they
yeah,
started off they started off the game
yeah.
with
No,
an
well,
L.
for one, buys are never good for us. Our buys are never
I
good
have to
for us.
disagree with you on that, but
Uh,
we'll get into that.
it didn't even help us with the injuries at all. Like the only thing the goodbye was good for, at least, was to get it. We didn't even get Michael Parsons back that
to
game.
avoid the heartache of another
Yeah, like
loss.
come on, man. That didn't even. But we always, at least for the Dallas. I don't know about it. For each team, it's different.
Yeah, yeah.
I've seen some teams thrive on it,
Mhm.
but us always worse, always bad.
Well, the good thing is that it's a Sunday night game of the week, Bucks and Cowboys. That's good. That's good. That's good.
I mean, it's gonna be nice. I mean, let's see what they got. I mean, let's see if it's gonna be a good game. Another Bengals, hopefully different outcome. But maybe we get a Bengals Cowboys game. That was a good game. Nonetheless, it was actually the most watched.
It was watched
Monday night game.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was a good game.
but
It was a good game.
but we're not America's team. I mean, we just keep on beating the
the
ratings every year. The most watched team, whether it's haters or not, you hey, you hate us, but you love us.
Yeah, this Saturday, the Texans go up against the Chiefs. Oh, a Saturday game.
That's gonna be tough.
Saturday game.
Well, is Mahomes in or out? That could be a big difference maker.
That could be going in our favor.
That could go in your favor, yeah.
Now going towards the Houston Texans.
All right.
There's a couple of games here that should have been won.
Oh yeah.
There should have been won.
I mean, number one ranked should have won was Titans.
Mm-hmm.
That was the number one that they should have. Yeah. That should have. They had
that and the Jets. They should have beaten the Jets. I don't know what happened. Same thing with the Packers and the Lions.
The Jets, although I completely agree that they have Aaron Rodgers. At least there's a reason for that. But I would like to know the reason behind the Titans.
That
I just can't for the life of me explain it.
That upset me so much.
I just could not explain it.
No.
I just could not. I was like, what?
No, and even at that, they were getting rocked against the Jaguars. They won by a field goal.
Oh well, you see that one surprised me. But there is. I don't want to say an excuse. I don't want to put it. I don't want it to sound like an excuse. But there's a reason also that threw them out. It was another quarterback that was playing. You know what I mean? There was another quarterback at play. The quarterbacks play different, so you know what? That couldn't make it a big difference.
Yeah, Mac,
you know what I mean?
Mac Jones shined during that game. He shined during that game. I'm not gonna lie.
And you see, his way of playing through all your pregame, like
brought a momentum back. Yeah, despite the whole. The concussed.
Well, I think the concussion brought the Houston down because of the whole discrepancy, everything that happened. I mean, whose fault was it? Should it slide? Yeah. I mean, hey, football's football. It's a nasty sport.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. Especially during that Dolphins game.
Yeah,
I
that
think his name
was
is
horrible.
Boyce.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad one. That was a bad one.
But nonetheless, I mean, I hope they don't keep on getting like a name because of all these nasty hits.
Yes,
Hey, a
yes.
hit's a hit. It's football. That you know what I mean. There's a reason why they
Well,
wear
we're
pads. They
pads.
wear all this equipment.
Yeah,
Crap happens.
yeah, it does. It does happen.
Crap happens. Yeah, but yeah, going back to like you should have won that one. I mean, I agree. Another one that I know you were talking about was which one? I'm sorry.
The
There was
Dolphins.
another the no another game that you
Oh,
said
they should have won. Oh, yeah, the Lions.
that one.
That
Yes,
that
they
one.
were ahead by
They went
20
to half
points.
destroying them, and then for some odd
Yeah,
reason they didn't score a touchdown.
that
They
I
didn't score a touchdown throughout the second half.
for me that was experience. That was Stroud lacking experience, and I feel that what's his name from the Lions, uh,
Goff.
Goff. He just showed his experience. I mean, because
Yeah.
Goff is a good quarterback.
Mhm.
He is a great quarterback.
Oh, he's a great
he's
fit
a
for
great
Detroit.
quarter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a great fit for Detroit.
he was great. I don't even know why they traded him, to be honest.
Mm.
But also they traded Matthew Stafford. So I just feel like they flipped the coin.
Flip the
That's
coin.
it.
Yeah.
Same thing, different guy.
Yeah.
But whatever works for him.
What's your theory about the whole Dak thing? Like he'll probably do better with another team. He's just not a good fit for Dallas.
I feel that because a person's determination, I feel like maybe he'll give a one good 2 year, and I said win maybe a Super Bowl with another team, but he would never be able to win with us.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll be successful. I just think he could possibly win a Super Bowl. And if he were to switch teams, he has a time limit that year. If he doesn't do it that year, he's gonna hit that coma again of sleep and just not do anything. I don't think he will be more successful than when he was with the Cowboys, because the Cowboys, he had every weapon he wanted, everything he wanted. This was the first season he didn't, and look at what he did. And you know what? Although a lot of eyes are going to be taken off of Dak, that it was his fault this season because he had his injury.
Yeah, he pulled the butt cheek.
I completely think it was all business, so they cannot blame him. What are they going to do next year? They're going to put another injury again?
Yeah.
Another, butt injury? Yeah.
Yeah.
Another butt injury? Like, I don't want to see that again. Either he performs or get him at least, the players, he needs to make it happen. But you know what? His contract is also very heavy. So,
yeah.
Hey, I really, at this point, I really don't know where to go. But the Cowboys need to make a lot of changes.
Yeah. Yeah,
they went from needing a running back only to you need to make a bunch of changes. You need to make a lot of changes.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get back to that in just a moment because we have a lot.
We need another Van Der Esch, another guy that in the middle that he takes care of the running game.
They need Derrick Henry.
For the running as a running back, yes.
Yeah, they need Derrick
so
Henry.
they need another run. They need a running back. That they have a prospect. There's a running back that wants to come with us. He's gonna be drafted this year. We'll see what happens there. If he gets drafted, he doesn't get drafted. He still comes with us. I mean, I doubt he won't get drafted. But unless I guess nobody needs a running back, but I really doubt that. But we do need a linebacker that takes care of a run. We need a Van Der Esch. We need what he provided for us. He took care of the running game for us. He was the heavy hitter. We need a running back, and we definitely would. I would love a quarterback. I would love a quarterback, but we'll see when that.
4 years, Archman.
Yeah, tell me about it. And I would say corners at this point because just in case of injuries,
which we predicted. Watch him get injured again.
And I'm gonna tell you right now that the line has not done so bad. I think they're only gonna get better. So I like the offensive line.
I agree with you on that.
Offensive line just needs to get I guess it's their first year. They need to get warmed up. They need to
Mhm.
work together and everything.
Yeah.
But the problem is Zach Martin.
Hmm.
Zach Martin, he. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think. I mean, he doesn't got many years, if
Supposedly
anything.
he was gonna retire already.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he was
I more. I mean, it's
but
because he said that
but
before.
but here's the thing that blows my mind about that is that he improved so much from last season because last season he was the one that was committing the penalties a lot. It was because of him.
I what can I say? Penalties have always fallen the Cowboys. I felt like he was just always trying to cheat, kind of in a sense,
Yeah.
trying to get the count. But it always did go bad for him. Yes, he did have a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
But as a player, honestly, he always did his job.
Yeah.
As his protection job, he's always done good. So yeah, I mean, I do see him a little healthier this year than last year. I do
Yeah.
see him playing a little bit more loose. I don't know if he's because he's already seen the retirement. Maybe he's like, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
And maybe he's giving it a little bit more than all.
Yeah.
But I do see that he is protecting better. He is doing better. He's playing a lot better as a player.
Oh yeah. No, but when it comes to penalties, that crown has been taken by Laramie Tunzel of Houston, Texas.
Oh yeah, you guys. On the other hand, I would say you need to switch players out in line. You need to get players.
Mm-hmm.
You should focus on a line, but also we need to see which players are.
It's like our offensive line. Like it's good to some degree, but it's kind of like at times it looks like a gapped mouth.
Yeah,
it looks like a gapped mouth.
It was too ridiculous. I mean,
too ridiculous. Yeah. Like they don't give Stroud enough time.
Yeah.
In the pocket to like dominate, and when he does,
you gotta protect that boy. You gotta protect that boy.
Especially from yesterday's game when that touchdown with Nico Collins. But he had to get out of there because it crumbled, and he found him there last minute touchdown. Texans.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. No, I mean, yeah, and they had a pretty successful. I mean, hey, number one in their division.
Yeah,
they had a successful year.
Speaking of that, AFC champions.
Yeah, so yeah,
South,
I mean
AFC South, yeah.
South.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, I mean, yeah, they kudos, and let's see what the playoffs bring for them.
But here's the thing: when it comes to that, which upsets me, and I said it, and I said it again for their schedule, like they won it, yeah, awesome, great. No matter what, like the brain, like the ex-coach is like, oh, but we're champions or whatnot. It shouldn't have been like, oh, they had to win one and the Colts had to lose one. They could have like had it, like they could have had it
a long time
ago. They could have had it a long time ago, for the fact that those losses against the Jets, against the Lions, against the Titans, like those losses is pretty much what it shouldn't have happened. We would have been like, well, right now we're 9-5, like.
We've been over the 10.
Yeah, we would have been 10. We would have been up there.
Yeah,
we one of the mighty ones. We went up there. Yeah, but once again, it was penalties and and offensive line that pretty much hurt us.
Yeah.
Although Fairbairn, when it came to certain field goals that he shouldn't have missed, there he is.
He surprised me the most. Yeah, he surprised me that
he disappointed me so much when it came to that, man.
Well, I mean, hey, what
it happened, but when you're in the 20-yard line, man, come on.
Yeah. Well, look at Aubrey too. Yeah. Aubrey missed a yarder, or I think it was like a 30-yarder.
If it's one thing I can say about both Dallas Cowboys and Texans, is that our kickers, we have great kickers.
Yeah, we have a fair. I mean, I do agree with believing in him and doing it. Yeah. I mean, look, the Cowboys believe in him so much, they gave him a 70-yard try. He missed it, but. Hey, they gave him a chance. They believed in him.
Although he almost had it.
Yeah,
he almost had it.
I think if he wants it back a little bit, he would have probably,
He missed it by a smidge.
You know what I would have done? I would have called a timeout. I would have called a timeout when
stretch it out,
and then try to kick it. Like, I'm gonna call the timeout before you kick it, and just kick it and try to go ahead and see.
Stretch out the leg, get a couple Gatorade. Let's
go. And then see where it's at, and then try it again. That's what I would have done.
Yeah. No, I agree with you with that.
Try to give him, but you know what? Hey. I think it was more for the fun of it. Hey, you know what? We're already towards the end of the quarter.
Let's give it a shot. Yeah, we get the ball back in the second half.
Exactly. It's a win-win. You know.
Let's have some fun out there.
Yeah, it's just yeah, we had a chance to have fun out there.
Yeah.
I feel good a little bit. I think we needed that. I think we definitely needed that. Make me feel good. There was too much intensity within the team.
Yeah. But when it comes to the Texans, I feel that we would have been already a double digit in winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have already. I already had you at plus 10 games already.
11, 12, like around that time. Like
I would have. I already had at 10 games that you guys should have hit.
Yeah.
You should have hit it already.
But unfortunately, it didn't happen. But hopefully, this Saturday at 12, when we go up against the Chiefs, it'll be a different story. There'll be a different story.
Well, to be quite honest with you, you already clinched. So technically, it'll be smarter to play your second stringers.
Yeah, but still be nice to see that 10.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying too.
Right after that on Christmas, hey, it's like a present that keeps on giving. Santa's giving us another game, Ravens versus Texans.
Well, you see that one, you have to be careful because it might cost,
That's why I want to beat the Chiefs.
It might cost you a little bit.
So if we lose against the running back, quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Good running quarterback. Yeah. Just keep him entertained. Keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, just keep him in the pocket, man.
But you see, then
but we have the 5th best defense in the NFL right now. So
that really does surprise me.
Yeah.
Because they've done pretty well. They've been pretty well.
The Texans defense is great.
That does shock me. Wow. Because I'm sorry, like they have escaped from it, and like the one that surprised me the most, which is maybe why they're 5th place, is the Lions because what they did the first half. Mm-hmm. How they kept it, but again,
that's why it disappointed me in the whole way.
Yeah.
Why did they catch up so bad? Yeah.
Correct.
They found a hole in our and you just pulled the thread from there. It fell apart. So, yeah.
But nonetheless, they're doing good. And they're going into the playoffs, and they need to focus on the playoffs now.
Yeah.
They should stop focusing on the regular season because it's already
playoff bound. Yeah.
They need to focus on beating whoever is in their way in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And on the playoffs, the team that might be in their way is also the Baltimore Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In the playoffs, if I'm correct, they're set to play right now. I believe I have to look at the bracket. Mm-hmm. We'll go ahead and focus a little bit more closer to the playoffs. But I believe they're right now in the bracket to play the Ravens first.
Yeah.
And if they play the Ravens, then they don't have home field advantage.
They're already playing them on Wednesday on Christmas, so I don't know if that's a
regular season.
That's a regular season.
That's a regular season. Game. That's regular season.
Yeah. Standings. Look at the standings. Let's pick up some standings here. Frustrating because of that. Like, why the Jets? The Jets.
Rodgers.
But the way it looks, yeah. Mm-hmm. You're right. It's looking like they're going to face the Ravens.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So if they do face the Ravens, they're going to be in the higher bracket. But being in the higher bracket costs you the home advantage.
Yeah.
Hopefully you get hopefully it gets lower. It'll be actually better for you to lose, so you can go ahead and go lower the bracket, so you can have home field advantage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In that case too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But you guys are one of the top teams right now in that in that division, so you guys would be playing the Ravens.
Mm-hmm. Oh man! Well, let's see what happens this Saturday and Sunday.
Playoffs. Next thing to look
at. Playoffs, baby.
Will the Cowboys make it?
Find out next time on this Sunday. I'll go into a Dragon Ball Z.
I definitely don't think they're ever gonna make it because on top, like I said, like the Redskins.
I'm surprised the Cowboys have gone this far.
But it's just intrigued. It's funny and it's like
interesting. It's interesting and it's fun. It's fun. They're playing fun football now.
They stayed alive this long.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun. But that goes to show you, everyone healthy. No pulled butt cheeks. No broken shoulders, contracts.
You'd be surprised where they would be at.
So, I know I sound like a cliche as when it comes to the maybe next season's their year, next year's their year.
Well, I'm not gonna. I will say that I would have been surprised to see how Dak would have performed. I mean, would he have performed as good or better than the Rush, then I really don't know. I would hope the answer would be yes,
Mm-hmm.
and let's leave it at yes, hopefully. But I don't know the way he started off this season.
He started off bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
I really don't know. I cannot for sure say that he could have outperformed Rush,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that Rush is not playing so hot himself. So
Yeah.
but nonetheless.
Yeah. Well, it's time for our favorite segment of the show. It's time for Ponte Pilas, Pilas, and ese es mijo, mijo. Our favorite segment of the show where we pretty much say who's doing hot and who is not. Now, my brother,
Who's hot and who's cold?
as always, good news or bad news?
I always take over the bad news first, then the good note.
Well, you know what? This week, though, it's going to be kind of both good news.
Well, true.
To a certain degree.
True.
To a certain degree.
Yeah.
But let's start off with the somewhat good news.
Okay.
Can I get a drum roll, my brother? This week, eso que deben poner pilas or que se pusieron pilas.
Yep. They need to keep on them batteries.
Yeah. Put on them batteries to keep them batteries on is...
Let's get the Duracell.
The Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
Because honestly, they're still in the hunt.
Hey.
There's a possibility of getting into the wild card.
They're still in the hunt.
Yeah.
They're still in the hunt for the wild card.
Mm-hmm.
If they win the next three, well, look, if they win the next two,
yeah,
and the Redskins lose the next two,
yeah,
we're gonna play the Redskins, so it will be within our hands to go ahead and make it to the playoffs or not.
No, so in this case, you're gonna say go Birds.
Go Birds, yeah, I guess. But we play them the following weekend, so let's go Birds and then not. No,
go Birds and screw Philadelphia afterwards.
And then you can go, you know where, where the sun don't shine.
Well, this week's SS Mico Goes Award. Can I get a drum roll? The new AFC South Division champions, the Houston Texans.
Well deserved.
Well deserved because it was a phenomenal game, despite injuries, despite those concussions. You know, I'm glad nothing serious happened to the boys from the Dolphins. But you know, the Texans played some damn good ball. Played some damn good ball yesterday, and I hope they continue that route and not have those hiccups that they had with those other games that they had that they should have won. You know, hopefully this Saturday they dominate the Chiefs and finally proves that, you know what, they're not immortal and they're not unstoppable.
That would definitely be a good win for them. They need to go ahead and of course,
like I said it before, hey, we have the fifth best defense in the NFL.
Let's see what Mahomes can do with that.
Yeah, to see if they're enough to stop Mahomes.
Let's see El Mahomie. But honestly, to be quite honest, either way, they're good, they're set, and they need to prioritize playoffs.
Yes.
Prioritize playoffs. Make sure no one gets injured. Make sure no one gets hurt. Make sure everybody's healthy and ready to go with playoff mentality. These games already mean nothing.
Definitely.
These games technically mean nothing. Already
not really nothing, but like
I mean,
somewhat nothing.
In their case, because they already won first place, and they don't have. I don't think they have a chance to clinch the whole division.
Yeah.
Like the whole ¿cómo se llama? The AFC.
Yeah.
They don't have a chance. But I mean, in that case, already that already flew. But I mean, so right now they're champions in their division, so that's good. So and that's okay. And then they can be they can be Super Bowl champs if they focus on the playoffs right now and make sure that everybody's healthy.
Like my main worry and my main focus now is beating the Chiefs, beating the Ravens, if need be, beating the Ravens again.
Well, yeah, you don't have to beat them the first time, but the second time you do.
Yep. No. But either way, it still feels good. Houston having 2 dubs over those teams. But yeah,
that would be good because you already played the Ravens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, already played the Ravens.
And like last season when they went to the playoffs, second round, against the Ravens.
Yeah,
I know they're coming back for vengeance. They're more solid. They're more solid now than they were last season. So.
Well, maybe they might have overconfidence. If they do, you can use that towards your advantage.
Yeah, and I think so. I think Domingo Rogers has set up C.J. Stroud and the rest of the Texans for upcoming win and upcoming battle.
Well, I mean, hey, you guys got a better defense this year than last year.
No.
So if you guys can keep
top 5, baby.
Jackson, you can keep him. You can keep him on the ropes. Mm-hmm. You guys got it won.
Yeah,
make him throw the ball. Mm-hmm. Make him throw the ball.
Yeah, and I think that might happen.
Yeah,
it might just happen.
We'll go ahead and see.
Yeah.
We still got a couple of more weeks, but playoffs is right around the corner.
And I hope, even if the Cowboys lose the first round of the wild card, I hope they make it.
We're not ready for the playoffs.
I just hope they make it. I just hope they make it.
If they make it, I need to go buy a lottery ticket again. Wow, that would be some.
We'll put it on our social media. It's ready to. And they make it just like buying that, scratching off that Dallas ticketito.
I won.
I won like they did. Well, guys, that wraps up another awesome episode of Tailgate 956. It's been a good one this week.
Yep. Let's see if this weekend's another one. Because, I mean, hey, it could be toe-to-toe again.
Let's see what happens with the Houston Astros. Let's see what happens with our NBA teams and our NFL teams.
Yeah, everything's neck to neck.
Yeah,
it could be the weekend to go ahead and change that. So
so keep on watching sports, and we'll keep on
telling you about it. Telling you about him. Telling you if you miss him.
Well, once again, we're Tailgate 956. I'm Rene Garza Jr.
And I'm Freddie Guevara.
And we'll see you at the next tailgate.
Boop, boop.